Same. Usually they got a lot bigger crowd by now, but probably just because of the rain, a lot of them aren't out here.
Yeah.
Usually if it's super rainy or super snowy, like majority of them don't show up, but
during you show up every Sunday then, or?
I try to, yeah. Last Sunday I didn't. That was probably like the first time in a while that I didn't, but yeah, I usually try to come out here every Sunday. Yeah, they go from 12 to 1 on Sundays, and they used to do Wednesdays in Portage, but they stopped doing those.
Yeah, I remember. I think they did that outside of McDonald's, right?
Yeah, McDonald's, like Starbucks, City Hall.
Yeah, I lived out that way like a year ago, so
okay.
I remember that.
Yeah, that was actually how I found out about them. Is I was just like driving home one day and I just seen a bunch of their flags. I was like, what the fuck? Because I've seen the videos before, just like what they've been doing at a lot of the rallies, the big ones.
Yeah.
The one thing I never understood was it was before November, but they're like, yeah, you know, we're gonna vote in November. It's like, who are you gonna vote for? Because you hate like every candidate.
Yeah. Right.
Every candidate, they had like a whole 20-page article why they were bad, and I'm like, so who are you gonna vote for?
What's the issue with single issue voters? You know,
right.
Their one issue is the Palestine-Israel conflict.
Right.
And that's why I thought it was silly. Like a lot of them, it's like Kamala Harris would have been better for you guys' movement than Trump.
Oh,
but
by
a lot
far.
of them sat the election out.
Yeah.
Or they voted for Trump.
Yep.
Which makes no sense in my opinion.
Yeah. I remember Trump saying he wanted to deport a lot of the people doing it.
I would. You have these people burning American flags.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like, if they're not a citizen, kick their asses out.
Right.
So you should not be in America doing this.
Oh yeah. And then they still have the one picture out there. I don't remember where it was from, but it was kind of early on in the whole movement.
Yeah.
But they were at some campus, and it was like there was a group of Jewish kids with Israel flags, and then a group of them standing in front of them with the sign saying, what is it, Al-Qassam's next targets, with arrows pointing to them. And then, there was like one night where I think it was just a bunch of the Jewish students and just people in general, they got together and went and tried to fight one of the encampments. And then the news, the whole time they're out there, oh man, look at these punk criminals coming to fight these protesters and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you just said like 5 minutes ago that they were told to leave hours ago and that they're trespassing, and now you're defending them.
Do you see more like drivers, like people driving by, do you see them supporting you more or them, or do you not? It's kind of hard to tell.
It's a little bit hard to tell, but it seems to be like slightly more them.
Yeah. I really think a lot of it is, I think they have a better PR campaign.
Oh yeah.
Than Israel does. I think that's. I definitely think Israel is kind of losing that, like the PR campaign.
Yeah.
But I also think there's a billion plus Muslims. You only got what, like 20 million Jews in the world.
Yeah, some really small number.
So it's just like
I think they said that whole like region, the between like West Bank and Gaza, it's only like 9 miles.
It's like the size of New Jersey, right?
Yeah, they're fighting over like just that little, small bit. And they're like, they're taking all our land, but you look at a map of Arab land, it's like 60 something countries around them.
That's what I always bring up. It's like you have like 22 plus Arab Muslim countries. You got one Jewish country.
Right.
It's like, why can't we just have peace and quit fighting over this little piece of territory?
Oh yeah.
And then not to mention, see, I've done a deep dive into this conflict the last years. I just kind of want to educate myself on it.
Okay.
And 20% of Israel is Arab Muslim.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's not counting the people living in Gaza and in the West Bank. That's just like Israeli citizens.
Oh yeah.
Arab Muslims.
Yeah.